I want to show you some ways that you can utilize the Artists for a Better World Musician's Career Guide. So when you first come here, this is in ChatGPT, the Plus version, the paid version. It just describes here that it's a career and marketing advisor for singers and musicians. The Musician's Career Guide is well versed in modern marketing techniques, social media, streaming platforms, gig acquisition, sync licensing, band dynamics, record deals, and leveraging YouTube for career growth, and tons of other things. Now, there are 4 what are called conversation starters here. Things like Start Here, which I'm going to show you in a moment, and things like Tell me about successful music marketing in 2024, Tell me about overcoming music industry challenges, Give me advice on musician social media marketing, and then here, where you can ask it anything you want to know about your career as a musician and marketing as a musician in the current marketing landscape. So let's see, if we go Start Here, it basically asks some basic starter questions with you. It says, welcome to the Artists for a Better World Musician's Career Guide. To best assist you with your music career and marketing needs, I'd like to learn more about you and your musical journey. What genre or genres of music do you create? What are some themes or messages you like to convey through your music? Who is your target audience? What are your main goals and aspirations for your music career? What are the challenges you've encountered so far? The more I know about you and your music, the more tailored and effective my advice will be. And you can tell it, the answers to these questions and anything else you'd like it to know. And then if we go back here, and I can say, tell me about successful music marketing in 2024. So it says the obvious stuff like building a strong online presence, monetization beyond streaming, which is Patreon and things like that, collaboration with influencers, leveraging sync licensing, which is a great one, engagement and authenticity, targeted advertising, networking and collaboration, continuous learning and adaptation, various resources it mentions. Now, the thing is, the most important thing to understand about ChatGPT is that when you ask it a question, the first answers you get are going to be very general and very generic, but it's trained on pretty much everything there is to know. So it has the information. You just have to be diligent in pulling that information out of it. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's say we say monetization beyond streaming. It says some basic things here, but I'm going to say thank you, because I like to be polite to my AIs. Thank you. Please tell me more about number 2, which is monetization beyond streaming. So now it will tell me more. So you see now it's getting more detailed, and it asks, would you like detailed guidance on how to implement any of these strategies effectively? And I would say yes. So we could say, thank you. Please expand upon number 1. I need an AI to help with my typing with 2 fingers when I can't see the keyboard. So now you see it's starting to get more detailed and more granular, and we can go so much more detailed. We can tell it, great, give me step by step how to create my musician's Facebook page, and give me a beginning Facebook promotional campaign. I mean, there's just anything you can ask it. And you can ask it to create a marketing campaign specifically for you. A 6-month campaign, a year campaign. I mean, so many different things. It's just not limited. It's like having your own personal marketing consultant or career consultant, but not paying $150 an hour for that, but paying $20 a month. I'm going to go out of this area and just show you something. Thank you. What would be a good, effective Facebook marketing campaign for a musician? So again, since my question was fairly general, I'm going to get general answer here. And in each case, for instance, where it says something like optimize your ads, I'd say, thanks, tell me in much more detail how to optimize my ads. Step by step would be great, that kind of thing. Actually, I'm going to try something bold here, based on what you know about me. Is write a 6-month marketing campaign for me that is also affordable. Good. You see, he's being smart. He's understanding what we're asking for. He says, to craft a tailored 6-month marketing campaign for you, I'll need to understand more about your music career, including your current position in the industry, the resources available to you, your target audience, and your specific goals. Since I don't have those details yet, I'll outline a general budget-friendly marketing campaign which can then be customized to better fit your unique needs and resources. So he's doing week 1 to 2, week 3 to 4, more stuff on the second month, stuff for each month. Very general right now. And each of these, I would break it down and say, okay, give me step by step on this. And it would give me very detailed step by step on what to do. And if I ran into something where it said, use a Facebook lead ad, I'd say, what's a Facebook lead ad? And tell me step by step how to use it. There's no limit to what it knows and what it can advise on and what it can help you with. Okay, so giving you some budget tips since we mentioned, affordable. And so in this instance, I was just about to say what he's asking, which is, could you please share more details about your genre, target audience, current following, specific goals for the next 6 months? So he's asking for more details. Yeah, when he asked for this earlier, I didn't give him any information at all. So he's a smart cookie. Now, one area that's really important for musicians these days for potential income is sync licensing. So tell me more about sync licensing. So now it's giving me the broad overview, the general answer, the generic answer. And in this instance, of course, I'd go, deeper into, so how do I get my music to be licensed? Who do I contact? How do I contact them? What's the best ways to approach them? All this different kind of thing. And he will tell you. One thing to know is this left-hand column. This basically shows the more than 80 different AI assistants that I've built covering all sorts of different subjects. But below that, you'll see the record of your chat. If you go away and you come back and you want to continue talking to him and have him know what you've already talked about, click on this so that it'll open up that previous conversation so you don't have to start all over. Of course, you've got read aloud.
Sync licensing refers to the process where music rights holders grant permissions for their music to be used in various media formats, such as films, TV shows, commercials, video games, and more. Here's a breakdown of how it typically works and why it's beneficial for musicians. How sync licensing works. 1. Music placement. A music supervisor or a media...
And you've got a choice of a number of different voices. You can copy responses. You can ask him to, if you don't like the responses, you can, hey, do it again, try it again. And you can say if it was a bad response. If you want to attach any information, you can click on it here and attach it. It'll just go to your hard drive and find text files or doc files or PDFs or whatever. It can also help with social media, because if I said, give me advice on musician social media marketing, again, it starts with a generic, simple, general overview. And if I wanted it to remember what I told it about me as an artist, I'd go to the very first one, which is where I'd go to whichever one was the one where I told it the information about me. So I didn't have to keep entering the same information. Now, let's say it's talking about content. So I'm going to say, okay, what kind of content? So I ask, what kind of content should I create for Facebook posts? And it's going to give a bunch of general answers for this. That's a very important one, behind-the-scenes content. People love behind-the-scenes content in regards to their artists. Day-in-the-life videos, interactive posts. Yeah, all good stuff, all basic stuff, but good, that we can dig in much more detailed. Education and storytelling posts. Okay, and so we got like 7 different areas there that we can dig in deeper to get more information. But let's say we've done that and we've decided what kind of post we're going to do. Let's say we're going to do an educational, helpful post. So I'm going to say, that helps musicians understand sync licensing. So now it's writing a post here. Now this one, of course, is targeted at other musicians. If we were targeting fans, which we probably would be, we would write a different kind of post, but this is just as an example. So it writes the whole post, and it even puts in the hashtags. And it says, would you like to adjust or expand on any part of this post to better fit your specific audience or brand voice? Now, let's say very often the first title it comes up with isn't necessarily the greatest title. So very often I'll say, thanks. And it'll now give me 10 alternate titles. And if I liked one of those, I'd use it. If I didn't, I'd ask it to do it again until I got the one I loved. Very often you'll get it in the first 10. Sometimes it might take 20. Now we can also say, this is another uniqueness about the paid version of ChatGPT, we can say, thanks, create an image that encapsulates gist of this post. Make it 16:9, which is just basically telling it to make it landscape, not vertical. So now, without leaving the musician's career guide, right here, we can actually create the image right in here. Sometimes it comes up with something great immediately. Sometimes it takes a few tries with you telling it more specifically what you didn't. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah, actually, that's rather good. You may not like it, but I like it. I like that image. And then you just click on that to save it to your hard drive. I hope that gives you a kind of quick overview of just some of the things you can do with this tool. It really is truly unlimited. It's up to you and your imagination. As you use it more and more, you'll find more and more ways to use it. Two most important takeaways are, one, he's got an immense wealth of knowledge and he can answer questions about just about anything relating to do with your career and your marketing. And the other key takeaway is always dig. Oh, don't just take the first generic answers, but ask more and more questions. Have a conversation. It might take you 6 to 10 different interactions with him to get all the information you need. By interactions, I mean where you're basically just asking about a specific thing and following down and keeping the conversation going, which he will do, until you get everything you need. Okay, well, have fun. I think you will. Bye.